Hello everyone, it's Matt here again, and today we are looking at this, which I mistakenly in a recent video called the WiiM Mini. It's actually pronounced WiiM, but you know, who's checking, right? So this is the WiiM Mini high-res audio player, and it's a streamer. It's a little box, it looks like that, and it is capable of playing high-res audio. So high-res, I mean greater than CD quality, which I guess I should look up what would that be. Up to 24-bit, 192 kilohertz with 106 dB SNR, so 106 decibels of signal to noise ratio. So that's pretty good. I mean, of course, CD would just be 16-bit. This is up to 24-bit, and we're going to give this a listen. Now, it's compatible with a lot of different streaming services. I have Tidal, and it is compatible. Apparently, it's compatible with Tidal Connect, which is Tidal's high-res streaming service. We should be able to stream over to this and enjoy high-resolution audio. It's also compatible with a bunch of other Spotify, Amazon Music, Pandora, and quite a few others. Again, you can see the list here. Now, I believe this also supports Bluetooth, but we're going to find that out. So we're going to have a look and unbox this. And this, from what I read, it seems this, at least as far as bang for the buck, this is about as good as you can get. It's less than $100. And I intend to connect this via the optical out. Oh, a little bit of paper fell out. What's that? That is... oh, a little bit of information there. The WiiM Mini is a small and extremely versatile network music player that brings a lot of connectivity to your audio system. There you go. It is very easy to install. For best results, we suggest you use the Toslink optical cable to connect the output of your WiiM Mini and your powered speakers. Well, I'll actually be connecting it to the amplifier, but which is actually a point, because the amplifier has its own DAC, which I believe this does too. DAC being digital audio converter. So I'll have to look at disabling that on here, I guess. Anyways, let's see. Okay, to power the WiiM Mini, you need to connect the USB cable to a power adapter. Typically, a phone charger will do. Well, I shouldn't need that because my amp has a USB out. The USB input on your powered speakers cannot power the WiiM, and it's used for firmware upgrades. That's true. Okay, all right. There's a user quick guide right here. Oh, it's way smaller than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be... I mean, I guess it's close to life size on that, but yeah, it's tiny. Look, there it is. It's about... I mean, I'm trying to think what to compare it to. Something that would give you a good reference for size. I mean, it's way smaller than my hand. Look, there's my hand. It's tiny. If I grab a CD off of here, one of my beloved Now That's Why Cool Music CDs, we'll compare it to the side, or the size rather, of a compact disc, and it's way small. I mean, there's the CD, and here's the WiiM. I mean, it's like half the size, well, 2/3 the size maybe. Okay, get that there. All right, so let's take it out. Okay, it's got a little plastic covering on the top, so me taking it out, it's not going to get fingerprints all over it. And yeah, there it is. Look how tiny that is. There's a plastic covering. We'll take that off in a little bit. There's the back. Looks simple. Just play plus minus. I don't think it comes with a remote or anything, but I think you can power it. I think you use the app to you have to connect to it using an app, and that's what I read. But we'll have a look in a minute at the instructions. So we can see here it's got 4 ports, if you like, on it. We've got an auxiliary in port right there. We've got an auxiliary out. We've got a Type C USB power connection there, and then we've got an SPDIF, so a Toslink or optical out right there. Okay, that is a neat little thing. Let's see what else is in the box, because there's definitely something else in here. So we'll take this out. Let's have a look. Oh, it's all contained in this nice separate little box here. Open that up. Okay, so we have various cables in here. First of all, we've got a 35mm to RCA adapter. So, for example, if you did want to connect this up to, speakers, I guess you could use this for something like that. You can use that. We also have what we'll be using, which is our optical cable right here. It also comes with a 35mm to 35mm jack right there, or plug, I guess I should say. So, okay, nice. And there is our USB-A to USB-C cable. Nice, okay, all right. Going back to this quick guide, and it talks about how to connect it to your stereo system. It's the very first thing it talks about. So that's kind of nice. You haven't got a bunch of crap at the beginning with copyright notices and disclaimers and stuff. It gets straight into the business of it, which I kind of like. It looks like it's in multiple languages. Okay, so there's only actually about 4 pages. There's a few pages here. Then it goes into, it looks like French. Oh, it is French. It's got an FR right there. I was trying to think to myself, is that French? It's got Spanish, German, DE, Deutsch, Japanese. What would this be? Finland? Finnish? I guess. Yeah. All right. And SE. Don't know. Swedish maybe? Might be. Anyways, so we already know how we're going to hook this up. We're going to plug the USB cable into the amp via the USB output that the amp has. And then we're going to use the optical cable. Okay. Okay, tells you what the buttons do. See, all the buttons are conveniently labeled there, which is good because it tells you how to do like the Bluetooth pairing. Okay. It then says you download the app. Okay, it's got a QR code to download it. And that's it, I guess. Okay. I would think that using the optical cable would bypass the WiiM's internal DAC, but it should do, because there's nothing to convert. It's already digital, right? So this shouldn't be doing. This should literally just be ones and zeros that it's sending over. Yeah, that is how it would work. So, okay, all right. I'm gonna hook this up, and then we're gonna give it a test. So stay tuned. All right, it's set up. Sounds really good. I'm really impressed with how good this sounds. It had to download an update, which was kind of interesting, but the latest firmware and whatnot. So there's an app you have to download. There's a QR code in the quick start guide. So I downloaded that. It tells you the app then kind of guides you through it. It tells you how to put this in pairing mode. Took me a couple of attempts to find it on the phone, but I eventually found it. And one thing I forgot to mention earlier, which is actually kind of important, is that this uses Wi-Fi, right? So that's why it's high-res audio, because you're not having to stream through Bluetooth. Okay, it's actually streaming using your home Wi-Fi. And yeah, I'm really impressed with how good it sounds. The Wi-Fi thing it took me several minutes to set up because it couldn't find any Wi-Fi network, and I'm thinking, okay, well, it should be finding at least half a dozen of them. I don't have half a dozen Wi-Fi networks. I have two, but there's neighbors. Those always get picked up, right? Your neighbor's house, that sort of thing. So I usually find several more whenever I have to pair a device, and it didn't. It wasn't finding them. So I closed down the app, reopened it, started the process again, and then it defaulted to my usual Wi-Fi. So we were good. Got that set up. I then opened Tidal on my phone, which I can't really show you because I'm using my phone to film this, that was seamless as well. Once you start playing a song, there's an option in the top right for Tidal Connect, and that will then stream the sound through the WiiM. And yeah, like I said, really impressed with how good it sounds. I don't think I can really play any audio. It's probably going to hit a copyright match, and even doing that, you're not going to be able to tell, right? It's just me holding a phone up playing it, you're not going to be able to tell. But it does sound really good. I did have to change my default settings to allow for the 24-bit audio in the Tidal settings, but other than that, yeah, we're good to go. Sounds great. We've got it hooked up via the Toslink optical cable to the you can't see it, but to the amp right there at the bottom, the Yamaha. And I have to say, I'm really impressed so far with how this sounds. Need to do more testing on it, I guess. I've just listened to it briefly, but yeah, so far it's well worth it, and it's pretty cheap. I think I paid about $80 for this on eBay. It was like brand new, something like that. And for that kind of a price, you're getting you're sort of getting the whole enchilada sort of thing here. You've got access to stream high-res audio to your device, and you don't have to use Tidal. Like I say, it supports Shopify, Pandora, a bunch of other streaming music services. And yeah, I have to say, it really did sound good. The few test songs that I cranked up, really impressed. So yeah, right now, absolutely recommending the WiiM Mini. It's cheap. If you're looking to play high-res audio and want something that's sort of unobtrusive, it's very small and out the way, it's easy to set up, and sounds great. Yeah, and it's cheap. Why not? So, all right, thanks as always, everybody, for watching. Always appreciate everyone who comments and subscribes. And until next time, bye-bye.